When was your first kiss? Worst period story. Sorry, Mom. I don't know if I've been played. Oh my god. I've been that girl my whole life. Don't know if that's something that I should be worried about. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Hopefully only ladies. Today we're gonna be doing a little girl talk session, a little opening up, and to keep it a little interesting while I answer your guys' questions, we're gonna be doing kind of my Pampers skincare routine. We're gonna do masks, we're gonna do creams and moisturizers and all that fun stuff. So thought it'd be, you know, really getting into the sleepover girl talk mode. First, I'm actually just gonna put on this eye patch just so it can sit in while I'm talking. This is the Snail Hydrogel eye patch. I've heard that snail like slime is good for your skin. I don't know how true that is, but I've heard it. So I'm trusting the Korean skincare gods. Boom. It's so freaking slimy. It's like... Ooh, that feels so nice and cold. Now that we got our little eye patches on, we can start answering some questions. I think we'll start off with the most basic and like easy girl talk question, which is how did you feel when you first got your period? I think it was this summer going into 8th grade, that like 7th grade to 8th grade, that summer. It happened then, and I was at my sister's best friend's house, which I'm also really close with, and it happened and I was like, oh shit. But then I just called them over and like they had already had it, so like they knew what they were doing. That happened, but I didn't get it again for like another 6 months or like another 8 months, something like that. And then I was at my best friend's house. I was just like in her bathroom and I was like, oh, you're back? Like this is happening again? So I just like told her and she gave me, you know, the products, and I was like, okay. So I wasn't completely like, what the hell's going on here? It wasn't like a complete shock to me, like I knew it was coming. I really didn't want it to, because I know that once you get your period, like your growth gets stunted. You know, I really don't want to be like this short for the rest of my life, so I really didn't want it. Next one is, do you believe in the one? Here's the thing about the one. I don't think that there's only one of the one, if that makes sense, but I do feel like there are people out in the world, not necessarily made for you, but I feel like there are people out there that you definitely will click with the most. I think there's one person that you're like, wow, like this person really is the one, but I don't think there's only one of those people. And I think people who do believe that there's only one of those type of people kind of just limit themselves, and I don't think that's healthy. That's my opinion on the one. When was your first kiss? I haven't even told my mom this, so she's gonna be watching this. She's gonna be like, okay, well, sorry, Mom. My first kiss was in 7th grade. Yeah, it was 7th grade. To be honest, I did not have like a terrible first kiss, like tragic. Like it wasn't like a terrible thing. It didn't even go that terrible, like thinking about it. It was just like there and it happened. It was on a bridge. Might have wanted to jump off. I'm joking, but no, I'm still friends with him, and yeah, I've known him for like 4 years. So yeah, we go to the same school. Maybe he's watching this. That'd be freaking weird, but sure. Oh my god, like thinking back to my first kiss, like it was disgusting, it was gross, like no one, like no, I don't think it was like that. And I also think like he kind of knew what he was doing, which is kind of like 7th grade. It wasn't like as bad as everyone says it was. Maybe that was just like me, I don't know. Worst period story. Oh my god. Oh my god, and this was recent too. This is probably the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me in my entire life. Oh my god, this was so embarrassing. It was during summer, literally like this summer, the one that just passed by, like it was that. I was at the beach. I was laying down, just tanning, doing my thing. I had my AirPods in. I was just blocking the world. Had like a piece of cloth on my eye so I wouldn't get like annoyed by the sun. Like I was just in the zone. And I'm just laying down. I'm like, okay, I'm having a good time. These 2 girls tapped me like on my shoulder. I didn't feel it at first, but then I was like, is someone tapping me? So I like opened my cloth and these 2 girls are just like standing in front of me, and I'm just like, oh, like maybe they're like viewers, maybe they're subscribers, maybe they like want a picture or something. So I was like, oh, like hi, like what's up? She's like, are you on your period? And I'm like, I'm like, huh? I'm like, what? And also she's speaking to me in Turkish, and like Turkish is my native language, but I speak English way better than I speak Turkish. So it took a while for me to register what she was saying because it didn't click at first. So she was like, are you on your period? And I'm like, what? And she's like, are you on your, you know? And I'm like, no. And then I look there and it's not a good thing that's happening. And I was, wow, I'm like sweating telling this story. Why am I putting this out on the internet? And it was like, it's summer, I'm wearing a bathing suit. So it's not like I have like a proper piece of clothing that could like cover it up. Like you go there wearing like a little shirt, like you're not really wearing anything at the beach. Yeah, I had to deal with it and it was not cute. That's probably the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me. It was not a nice time. I did not enjoy that. How do you understand if a guy is just playing you? So I don't know. Oh, I don't know if I've been played. Now that I think about it, I don't know. But from the knowledge that I have right now, I don't think I've been played. If they don't treat you the right way, if they're rude and just mean in general, they're not nice, they're not kind, they're not caring, they only text you at night. Other than that, I think those are just like the pretty clear red flags that you should just scurry on out of here once you see those. Other than that, like if they mess up a lot of times and then they're like, oh, I'm so sorry, it will never happen again, but like they just keep messing up, it's like, hello. Do you have like have you ever had a boyfriend? Because I haven't and I'm 16 and I feel like that's really bad. Girl, I am on the same boat as you. I have been single since 03. I've not had a boyfriend ever in my life. Don't know if that's something that I should be worried about, but let me know once you figure out how to deal with that. It's just also funny because all my friends are in relationships. I'm literally like that girl, you know, like in those movies where there's like the friend group, everyone's in a relationship, and then there's that girl who's just single. I've been that girl my whole life. All of my friends are in relationships. They're in like a 1.5 year long relationship, a 6-month relationship, and I'm just like, haha. My sister literally asked me like, I know you're lying. Like, I know you have a boyfriend. And I'm like, I wish I did. I don't. Literally at the breakfast table today, they were like, we're not gonna get mad if you have a boyfriend. It's the opposite. Like, we'd be sad for you if you didn't have one. Like, still thinking that I'm lying to them. And I'm just like, you're really not helping my mental health here, buddy. I'm in love with a TikTok boy, help. Aren't we all? Aren't we all in love with a TikTok boy? How are you supposed to shave down there? Because I don't know and I have no one to ask. Oh, this is why I'm here. I definitely would not recommend shaving, just saying. There was also another question, is like shave or wax? Definitely wax. I think shaving is definitely the most easiest, but definitely the most pointless. And a lot of people are like, oh my god, but waxing hurts so much. After your second time waxing, your body is gonna be like so used to it that it's not even gonna hurt. So it's like, would I rather have, you know, completely dolphin skin for a month? Or would I want to go and shave every other day or however long it takes, or like 3 days? I think you really need to be careful because you don't want to cut yourself. My best tip that I can give you is putting on either baby oil or coconut oil or some sort of like moisturizer. Not even coconut oil, like coconut butter, like literal butter, like coconut butter, and like just slathering that all over your body. Best tip I can give you. Is it really the best option to just go for it when it comes to relationships? Okay, here's what I think about all the time. It's like, these are my teenage years. Like, yeah, I have 3 more years until it's over, but like, look, like when I'm older and I'm gonna look back to my teenage years, like, I don't want to just be like, oh yeah, I was single for all of it, you know? So like, I guess sometimes the go for it mentality is good. Like, I wouldn't want anyone in this world to like go for something because it's forced. They feel like they need to. Like, if it's like pressured, go for it if there's something and you're like, I don't know, attracted, you like their personality, like they're good, genuine, caring people. Yeah, go for it in that sense. But if it's just like, oh, there's a person, might as well, like, why not? Like, it's not like, I don't think that should be the mentality, just because like you might end up getting hurt, especially over something that you didn't even like really care about from the beginning, and that would just be a waste. Do we really want them, or do they just have curly brown hair? That is a good question to ask yourself. I'm really insecure of my stretch marks and my hip dips. I feel extremely embarrassed about it. I really like this question because I have the same things that you do. I have stretch marks and I have hip dips. And I've just come to a point in my life where I'm kind of just over it. I'm kind of over the whole trying to look like the perfect person or trying to look like the perfect, you know, like standard version or whatever the frick people want these days. Hip dips, yeah, you could get rid of them, I guess, like through working out, but it's gonna take a lot of time, a lot of effort, and if you have that motivation, go for it. But for people like me who don't have that motivation, not only motivation, time to do that, just accept it. Like, I know that's so freaking hard to do, and it took me like a year and a half to just like accept my like flaws and imperfections. But honestly, like, you can't change that. Like, unless you do the things, like, unless you get freaking laser surgery, you can't get rid of stretch marks. Like, you can't. Like, it's not gonna work. Why are you, like, stressing over something that's bringing you down when you can, like, focus on something that brings you up? I think the best, like, way that I got over my imperfections and kind of just accepted it is when I stopped focusing on them and I started focusing on the things that make me feel good about myself. The pros are gonna outweigh the cons so freaking fast once you start focusing on them. Yeah, I have some cons, but I have some pros, and I'm gonna try to like highlight those pros instead of like highlighting those cons, you know? Okay, so I just removed my patches because I realized that it's been like 26 minutes. I like a boy, but he keeps on talking to me about other girls. He doesn't know I like him. Well, honey, you can't expect him to know that because they do not read our minds, boys. They are kind of slow on that part. Even when you do tell them, like, boys are kind of slow to understand, you know? And they're especially not mind readers, so you can't expect him to, like, not talk about other girls in front of you if you don't even tell him that you, like him. And it's also, like, going back to the question on, like, I've been single, like, these are my teenage years, like, stuff that I said earlier, it's like, if you just keep holding back your emotions, like, if you do like someone and they're genuinely nice people, then, like, don't, like, hold yourself back for it. Like, in that situation, it's like, go for it, because you could be wasting time rather than just like sitting in your room and being like, oh my god, is he gonna like me? Am I gonna get rejected? Like, just already go and ask him. Like, if you don't, you could be missing out on time that where you could be with them, you know? You could be spending that time with them instead of sitting in your room alone, like, wondering. I don't like what ifs. I hate what if situations. If it's a what if situation, I just tend to go for it because it's like, yeah, you get rejected, sure, like, rejection happens. Like, we've all been there. And like, yeah, it's hard, but it's like, at least now you have a definite answer. By the way, I'm putting on a lip oil. This is from Noonie. It's the water blending lip oil. And to end this video on a nice and refreshing note, I'm gonna put on some facial spray because this shit is the bomb. It's the Mario Badescu facial spray. I really hope this video was helpful for all my ladies and even guys out there if you were watching and you managed to stick around through all that period talk. I hope I answered your question and gave you some decent advice. Hopefully if I get a boyfriend, I'll be more, you know, knowledgeable about this kind of stuff. But for now, you're stuck with this. That's really cute that I ended like this year's last video with like a girl talk sleepover type thing. It like brought us closer and I really like that. Cheers to the new year. I am hoping for many more adventures with you guys, and thank you so much for sticking out like through all of this and this whole year. It's been hectic, it's been crazy, but it's been incredible, so thank you so much. Be safe. New Year's Eve is coming up. I don't want any of you guys to get hurt, so on that note, I love you guys so freaking much, and I will see you. Should I make a dad joke? I'll see you next decade.